All right, y'all, we back with another video. So as you know, about a few days ago, we did have the anniversary live stream, and they did drop that we were going to be having Yuki practically that same day of the live stream. So as you know, we did some summons also yesterday, and I mean, I got absolutely shafted on, on screen basically with the recording and everything. But then the moment I stop recording, I do one multi, and of course I get Yuki, because why not, right? The game just doesn't want to see me win, so the game says, here, I'll do it after you're done. So as you can see, we have Yuki, and today we're actually going to be showcasing him. So if you don't know what Yuki is practically a godsend, right? So he's a support character who can like restore cursed energy to your team and also apply powerful buffs. On top of that, he's really good on auto and super efficient, just because his passive is the one that just practically gives your team members what's called cursed energy. On top of that, he does have other skills which give cursed energy. Like practically all his skills are really good for like a wide variety of scenarios. So just for auto itself, he's like a really amazing character. On top of that, he's probably going to be one of those characters that you're going to be using a lot with your yellow characters. So if you have like Teen Gojo or even the new Yuji that's going to come out, he's definitely going to be a very powerful addition to your team, just because his skills and his special moves can add, additional buffs to a yellow attribute on top of adding normal buffs, right? He's a character that's going to shine like extremely well into a team that's organized strictly on the mono yellow category, but he can still work outside of it as well. That's why he's such a good unit. Now we're going to be talking about everything that he does, obviously all his skills, etc. So let's just get right into what each of his skills do. So we're going to be starting off with the first skill, which is going to be able to apply own damage received by 10%. He decreases own damage received by 10%, and then he also does 131% melee taijutsu damage to select the enemy. It's whatever, nothing too crazy, right? It does give him a little bit of survivability. Now we're going to move on to skill 2, which is barrier strike, which is going to be a very potent skill in his entire kit. This is going to deal melee combined damage equal to 90% taijutsu and 150% jujutsu to the selected enemy. Now it's not a lot of damage, but it's what comes after that's important. So he will increase all allies damage dealt by 15% for 3 turns. So you can stack it 3 times, right? Granted, you're just using that and not his ult. And then on top of that, if your own cursed energy is 30 or above when used, he will also recover all allies energy, cursed energy by 14 per turn for 2 turns. And then this excludes self. So it's really, really good. You're going to be spamming this very frequently. He will also reduce his own cursed energy by 5, which is going to kind of make the cost kind of feel a little bit higher. But realistically, it's still good, because once you're over 30 cursed energy, you don't really necessarily need to use it until you're going to actually go in for the kill with your nukes, right? But it does provide, a lot of cursed energy. So this is definitely an amazing skill overall. This is just like another version of his rare version, right? Now we have his third skill, which is also pretty potent in for like high-end content. Specifically tower. So what it does is it deals 270% range jujutsu damage to selected enemy, decreases the selected enemy's damage dealt by 27%, stuns the selected enemy for 1 turn, which has a 120% chance, and then also decreases all allies damage received by 37%, right, for 2 turns. So you can stack this, and this is effective for yellow type allies. This will exclude himself. So on the yellow team, this is definitely going to be extremely powerful. This is going to provide you a lot of, CC damage reduction, reducing the damage that they do. Practically just using this skill alone, if you're fighting just one enemy, they can't do anything. If you don't stun them, it doesn't matter. You have all that damage reduction, and you're lowering the amount of damage they're doing. So this is like an ultimate move to like practically keep your team safe. It's super potent and powerful. I love it. It's amazing. It always gives you that extra option, even if you don't manage to land the stun. Next up, we have his ult, which is also going to be a super important part to his entire kit. This is going to deal 412% taijutsu and 593% jujutsu damage to select enemy. If you don't know what this means, I'm practically saying physical and cursed, because obviously on JP, these are the rough translations for the actual names. On top of that, it will increase all allies cursed damage by 60% for 2 turns. On top of that, it will increase all allies jujutsu damage by 80%, which is your curse power, for 2 turns if they're yellow. Do you know how powerful that is for characters who are of the yellow attribute and use curse power as their main damage dealer, this means Teen Gojo, even possibly Yuji, is going to be dealing tons of damage. I mean, maybe Yuji will probably get less because he's probably going to be more so a physical character, but regardless, he's still going to get do a lot of damage just because of his the rest of the kit from Yuki, not even just his ult. So it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. And then on top of that, he has a combo ult, right? So with his combo ultimate effect, he will increase his own and the combo allies damage dealt by 10% for 2 turns. This ult alone is going to make any yellow curse power character hit so hard it's not even funny. Getting 140% curse power damage bonus for 2 turns. On top of that, you're gonna have the combo effect, which is gonna give an extra additional 10% for 2 turns. Yeah, that's just nuts. And then he'll obviously increase his own curse energy consumption efficiency, which is going to kind of help him gain his curse energy back and maintain it, which is going to be very nice. Once after you ult, if you still haven't finished the stage, he's going to give you that you know, that regen to possibly, you know, go another round. Then he has his passive skill. Now his passive skill is the really nice part of his kit, which you can use for practically auto and everything. At the start of each turn, once 2 turns have passed, so after the 2 turns are done, if your own curse energy is 30 or above, recovers all allies curse energy by 5, exclude self. Pair this up with his skill 2, you're going to be providing a ton of, you know, skill damage for your team, like damage dealt, right, for your yellow characters, and you're going to be recovering all of their cursed energy from the skill 2 and his passive skill. Yeah, like he's literally just rare Yuki, but better, right? Obviously for, you know, yellow characters, he's going to be even more exceptional than just rare Yuki. He's just going to be another level, another breed. So this character is specifically for the yellow characters. You can use him in just a team where you're going to be boosting curse power, but I think he's going to shine mainly on the teams that you're going to be running yellow on, so Teen Gojo, etc. Like if you keep in mind all the things that he does, he can provide so much cursed energy that it makes it very easy for his kit to actually spam skills. You pair it up with like his skill 2 and his passive, you're just going to be gaining all this cursed energy for the rest of your team. They're going to be spamming everything, literally everything. You want to put you know, unity on him to provide ult gauge charge for your entire team too. He's going to be like the ultimate support unit for your yellow team. He's just like, yeah, it's just crazy how many things he has. All right, but anyways, we've already talked enough about Yuki. Let's actually take him into combat and, you know, kind of showcase what he can do. All right, so we're here on 16-4. We're going to first be showcasing, you know, essentially the cursed energy recovery power that this Yuki has, the potential that you can unlock within a yellow team. Obviously, do keep in mind that Yaga is not a yellow character, but he's not going to be the one that's going to be receiving the damage dealt buffs, etc. from Yuki, because he's not going to be our damage dealer anyways. We do have Nanami, because Nanami is an amazing damage dealer and has a bunch of things in this kit, probably one of the best Nanamis in my opinion. Now, and then obviously we have Teen Gojo, because Teen Gojo is the GOAT. Naturally, they make every Gojo OP. I'm not going to really go too much into detail with the memories. Just keep in mind that, you know, we do have the Shoko memory on Yuki, which does provide curse energy as well. So you're gonna, whenever I'm like below 20 curse energy, I'll get 10. So you're gonna see that I'm just gonna have all this curse energy and I'm gonna be spamming all this for the entire team. And then when I get to the later half of the video, I'm going to be showcasing him in a scenario when I am trying to nuke and do the most amount of damage as possible. This is going to be the team that we are going to use to nuke with, right? But first, like I said, we're going to be showcasing in just a normal circumstance where, you know, he's going to be regaining all this cursed energy for our team, right? So let's get right into it. All right, so this is going to be very simple. We're just going to be showcasing the amount of cursed energy that we're going to be providing for our team. But I think in the first initial turn, we're not going to do anything crazy. And we'll just buff a little bit. All right, that's fine. Now just take a look at our cursed energy with how much cursed energy we have currently at the moment. We're just going to start buffing literally practically non-stop for the entire duration of the fight. So here we can just start using Nanami skill 3. We'll buff one more time with Gojo. Look at the amount of curse energy we have on all our characters though. Tons of it, tons of it. Fortunately, he got stunned there, but that's completely fine. As you can see, our cursed energy is still over the top, literally having no issues with cursed energy. It's literally there the entire duration. Come here, boy. Just slap him for 800k, no worries. That's fine. All we got to do is buff here. Do another buff. Hit him again with our skill 3. That's just not depleting, by the way. You have Yuki and Nanami together on the same team. It's just like he's never out of cursed energy, so you can just use whatever the hell you want to use. Oh, he's doing something? Nah, we just pull him and then, yeah, clap him again. Come here, boy. Just clap him. Now he's not gonna easy. Now we just buff. We buff. We just keep debuffing him. We go you know, limitless here. We buff again. This time we'll just use the memory. We'll use his ultimate because we can. Debuff the enemy. Like I could just keep stalling even if I wanted to, right? Just to get all the buff damage on my Gojo to just nuke. But we're just literally gonna end them here. Like I said, this was just to showcase the amount of cursed energy you will have on your characters. Literally, look at Yaga. He is still full on cursed energy, and we've been spamming his buff the entire fight. The entire fight. Same with Nanami. Your whole team, obviously not including Yuki, because Yuki is going to be constantly using his skill 2, and the buff does apply to only the rest of the team, the cursed energy recovery. But regardless, look at everybody else. Full cursed energy the entire time. The entire time. And now we're going to be increasing the curse power damage by 60%, and then another 80% if you're a yellow character. So yeah, Team Gojo is going to feast. And obviously these damage numbers aren't going to be anything crazy because I wasn't buffing him like a lot with his own skill. But man, look at that. Look at how much damage you still did that much damage regardless of not having his own buffs that were applied, right? I would have easily hit over 10 million with my Gojo. Easily. Right? But you know, I wasn't timing the buffs. Like I said, it was just all to show you how much cursed energy he can provide for your entire team. And like I said, I didn't even use the skill 3, but that could reduce the amount of damage that the enemies do. It's like whatever goes in this stage. I could have did whatever. That boss had nothing against this team whatsoever. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the normal showcase of the character. Like just, you know, providing his cursed energy regen. Let's actually show it with nuke potential, right? Yeah, so we're here on the stage that we're going to be nuking on, which is going to be chapter 14 EX4. So we're going to be doing our ult, so that way we can provide our domain expansion to our team. We're going to be buffing with Yaga the entire time. Here we're going to actually be using our skill 2 with our Yuki, so that way we can provide some cursed energy regen for the entire team, as well as I obviously want to use this as many times as possible. Actually, I might just wait one turn and then I'll start using it, so we don't need to use that here. And then we'll just continuously keep buffing with Gojo naturally. So he should get stunned here. So he won't act. Right? Now we're just going to be spamming our skill 1 the entire duration with Megami. So we can increase the damage that they take. We're going to buff with Yaga the entire duration. Here we're going to be spamming our skill 2. And then we're going to be spamming Gojo's skill 2 as well. I've already been spamming it prior to this turn, so you know. We use our skill 1 again, so this is going to be our second turn. We use skill 2 once again. And then we'll buff again. So here we'll use our skill 1 for the final turn. We'll buff once more. Excuse me, let me use everything, because at this point it doesn't really matter, right? We're going to be ulting with Yuki, and then we're going to be ulting with Gojo, of course. Because this is going to be the final turn anyways, right? And then the boss is going to revive after we do kill it. And the boss is broken, and then we go in with Gojo. Here it comes. Here it comes, guys. Yes, as you see, it was roughly about 7 million damage. Not bad, considering we are also not type advantage, because if we were, we definitely would have did tons of more damage, right? Yeah, that's basically the nuking potential. We can nuke way further more, right? But I think I missed like 1 turn with Gojo, but that's completely fine. Even despite missing just 1 turn with his buffs, I still did plenty of damage, literally 7 million without type advantage. And now that Yuki has ulted, he'll have his cursed energy consumption efficiency. So now we can just use skill 2 for 5 cursed energy less, right? So now we're going to be able to spam it. And then with Gojo, we're going to activate his limitless technique and then just kind of go ham. Actually, we don't even probably need to do that. We could probably just go straight away and just smack the enemy. Come here, boy. No, Yuki. Not using his skill 2 intentionally, because I'm just trying to get through the fight. But yeah, anyways, that's basically the nuking potential. As you saw, I did roughly about 7 million, right, without anything crazy. We had Yuki providing a little bit of skill damage, right, with his skill 2 and all that. But we were mainly there for the ult, so we did have that 140% Jujutsu damage bonus, and then on top of that, we did have the 10% from the combined damage ult, and then on top of that, we did have the 30% damage dealt increase from perfect synchronization memory, with alongside Gojo using his skill 2, I believe 3 times in total before I actually nuked. Obviously, if I had used it a little bit sooner, I could have hit a lot harder. But regardless, I still did a pretty giant number for, you know, considering the fact that we weren't even, you know, type advantage. So anyways, that's Yuki. I think he's a phenomenal character, considering if you're running a full mono yellow team, he's definitely going to fit there with like no exception. He's definitely going to be a staple there, just providing all that damage buffs for your team. I kind of feel like I like him better with Nanami, because it feels like Nanami practically is never out of cursed energy, so that's real nice. Now obviously on this stage I couldn't use him to the fullest because, you know, I would lose cursed energy in the prior waves, and if I did have that extra little bit cursed energy by the end of the waves, it would be a lot easier to maintain everybody's cursed energy. Not that it wasn't an issue, as you saw, I still had tons of cursed energy for everybody. But yeah, that's the Yuki showcase. I think he's a phenomenal character overall. Amazing support, staple for mono yellow teams, no doubt about it. And when Yuji comes, of course, we're going to be testing him instead of Team Gojo to see what he can do for Yuji. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. That's going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.